Hey everyone, Dr. Weird here. What I wanted to go over in this video is a desk gaming streaming sort of setup to help with ergonomics and posture so that you have far less discomfort while you're gaming and better performance. So what we're going to talk about first is chair setup. Now this is a gaming chair, but by no means is a gaming chair necessary. There are different features that you probably want to try and include as best as possible in order to maximize the benefit. So I'm going to have a seat in here, and some of the different features that you want to look for in a chair are the ability to recline. Now, how much is dependent on what you need for comfort. That's probably one of the less important factors. What you really want to be able to make sure that your chair has is some sort of lumbar support. So this chair right here, you can see has a pillow for lumbar support built in, sliding up and down. So you can find that position where it's going to hold a concave lordotic posture in your lower back while you're sitting against it. And if it gets uncomfortable, you just kind of adjust where it needs to be placed. Another factor that can be really useful is armrests that can go up and down. Based on some of the tension that can be placed on the muscles in your neck, you want to have armrests that can come up to a point where it actually feels like your arm is supported. If you're feeling like you're having to reach down for it, it's going to create a little bit more tension on your neck and can get a little bit uncomfortable. Now, some of these chairs, they have another pillow that can go up here. Depending on how comfortable it is, it may feel good, and feel free to utilize it. However, if it feels like that it's pushing your head forward like that as opposed to relaxing against it, you may find that you start developing a little bit of neck discomfort. And what I'd say is kind of just toss that aside or use it when you feel like you need it. One other feature that can be nice that this chair doesn't offer is a chair that can go up and down so that you can find a position that's a little bit more comfortable for matching with your desk, for better leg positioning as well, and to get your eyes more in line with the screen. Now, moving on to the next part of postural assessment, one thing when you're gaming is ideally you want to have your neck in a neutral position without having to turn to the side too much for a prolonged period. So this setup here, it is not ideal in that the TV here that I'm gaming on actually is a little bit higher than eyesight. However, I've moved myself backwards so that it's not having to have me look up for a prolonged period. I can keep my head in a more relaxed position. If you can get your monitor or your TV right at eye position, that is ideal, and then you don't want to be having to look to the side for too long a period. Otherwise, you're going to get a little bit of an imbalance in your neck muscles there. Now, if you're streaming or using a microphone that's separate from your headset when you're talking to your teammates, having an arm for your microphone is really nice because you can just position wherever it is most comfortable for you. Again, you don't want to have to be leaning in to talk on the microphone. You don't want to have to be turning your head a specific way. The easier the setup is for you to be in a neutral, relaxed position, the better it's going to be. Now, there are a lot of other things that can play a role for a proper setup for ergonomics. These are some of the probably most impactful ones, so things to consider. If you have any specific questions on other things that can be done to try and help you feel better and